Good news, everyone!
We have just been given the great news by StarTrek.com themselves that Star Trek Prodigy will be coming to Netflix, and not just the prior shot Star Trek Prodigy. Those first season episodes will be coming later this year. However, in 2024, the debut of Season 2, that before unseen Season 2 with Robert Picardo and who knows what other guests, is going to become exclusively a Netflix streaming product. Now, I will go through this a little bit. I haven't read ahead, so maybe I will miss a little bit, but it appears that they are going here to thank the fandom. We have a little bit of a preamble here about what Star Trek Prodigy is. I don't need to rehash that. We all know, but we do get a nice thank you here. So as a fan myself, you're welcome. Thank you to our incredible Star Trek Prodigy fans who champion not just a show, but a community that's always been connected by the belief that we build a better future together, said executive producer Alex Kurtzman, who probably is partially responsible for this tragedy to begin with, but also from Dan and Kevin Hageman, so I will extend my gratitude to them. And Kurtzman, if you aren't responsible for this, I am sorry, but I'm going to continue to blame you because you're kind of the figurehead right now. But this is great news. I did speculate that Netflix was probably going to be the new home because of the working relationship with the Hagemans and their Troll Hunters show, so potentially this could be great news. This could mean we'll get even more than that second season. However, Netflix does have a tendency to not go beyond 3 seasons, so whether or not we will get more, I don't know, and whether or not this will remain canon, I have to imagine that Season 2 will, because it was created before this split, but will anything in the future have to fit into the ongoing Star Trek universe? That's where things are going to become a little bit mucky. I'm going to go on and read a little bit more. I've always held that the Star Trek fan base is among the strongest and most intelligent in the world. Agreed. They have shown their collective passion, and we're happy to be able to celebrate Prodigy once again, said Kate Mulgrew, voice of Admiral Janeway. Not only the voice, the actual physical embodiment of that character, and you can't tell me she's not Janeway in real life, so there you go. Those are the words from, I guess you could say, the star of the show herself, and we get a little bit of a preamble here talking about what we're expecting to see Admiral Janeway in the new Voyager A, the Doctor, the friends being, I guess, warrant officers or whatever they're going to be, so we get to see that little bit here. It wasn't just lost to time. I did a video going over this trailer earlier, so definitely excited to see that that's coming down the pike. We also get here, and I'm going to read through that just in case there's some snippets of surprises, but we have the Star Trek Prodigy voice cast, including Kate Mulgrew as Janeway, Brett Gray as Dahl, Ella Purnell as Gwyn, Riley Elizalaki as Roktak, Angus as Zero, Jason Mantzoukas as Jankum Pog, D. Bradley Baker as Murph, John Noble the Diviner, Jimmy Simpson as Dreadnought. Those were all Season 1 people. Those are all people we were expecting to come back. And we also have Daveed Diggs as Commander Tyses, Jamila Jamil as Ensign Essentia, Jason Alexander as Dr. Noom, Robert Beltran as Chakotay, and Billy Campbell as Okana. So are we getting Okana back? Star Trek Prodigy received, this is talking about an award. Okay, we don't really need to go into that. So this is the final paragraph, and for the people outside of the United States, this is probably going to be a little bit pertinent to you, but the Star Trek series, including Discovery, Picard, Strange New Worlds, and Lower Decks, are available to stream on Paramount Plus, because of course, they needed to get that plug in here. Why not? And it was recently announced that Star Trek Section 31 and Star Trek Academy will begin production soon. Kind of hoping that falls through, especially on Academy. Section 31 I'm okay with. Academy, I just don't see that as being the wealth of fun that some people might think it is, but I will love to be proven wrong. I would absolutely love to really enjoy that show, so I will hold out a little hope. And then the animated series Prodigy coming soon to Netflix, and in Canada, it will be on ctv.ca in the CTV app, so if that pertains to you, you're welcome. Also, Sky Showtime in the Nordics, the Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, Central and Eastern Europe. Okay, so what does that mean for, I don't know, Asia? What does that mean for the UK? I'm assuming it's going to be on Netflix there, but it's a little bit possibly up in the air. Maybe they don't have these agreements set in stone right now, but we are seeing it. It does exist. It's not going to get memory hold. It's not going to get Batgirled. It's not going to get thrown away to the wastes of time, at least seemingly so. However, we do need to show up and support this show if we want to get more, if we want to extend the Star Trek universe in this manner, because this is the closest thing we're getting to a continuation of the world of the Berman era 1990s, early 2000s Trek right now, because everything else is set so far in the future or back in the past, I guess you could say, aside from Lower Decks, but even that's not looking necessarily 100% on stable ground right now based on recent comments. But this is what we need to kind of champion if this is the type of Star Trek we want. So we need to go out, we need to watch it on Netflix, we need to show people that this is something we want more of, if it is something that you're actually interested in. In my 2 cents, my opinion, whatever you want to call it, I think Prodigy is probably the greatest representation of those ideals of original Star Trek that we have on the air right now. Not dinging any of the other shows because they all have their own merits, but this feels the closest to that legacy era of Star Trek gone by. These are my thoughts. What do you think of this news? Are you going to go seek it out? Are you excited Prodigy's found a new home? Do you think it was a terrible decision in the first place? Because, I mean, granted, I can't imagine anyone out there besides maybe the heads of Paramount thinking this was a good decision, especially with the strike, them now coming up on having no new content, and their one already made show is going to be on a competing streaming service. That just seems like bad business all around, but those are my thoughts. Leave all yours down below. Like, share, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. And because this is exciting news, I'm rambling too much, but until next time...
Oh, not gonna lie. Feels good to see everybody again.